Hey guys, Dr. Decks here. Today I want to talk to you about drill bits. Is that what I want to talk to you about? Today I want to talk to you about bits. Bits that go in your drill, different size bits, different type of bits. I've had so many questions recently, and I don't know why all of a sudden I'm getting so many questions, but about impact rated bits. What are your favorite bits to use? So I'm gonna go through the whole rigmarole of what we do and what we have and how we do it, and hopefully help somebody out there. I think it will, because we have a pretty cool containment setup for all of our different drill bits, all our different sizes, all that stuff. And I'm gonna show it to you here in a second. But first I need you to go click that subscribe button and hit that bell icon if you wanna be notified when we're putting out new content. All right? Gotta be tough about it. And comment below. If you're lucky, I might even get back to you. All right, so first things first. This is a Pelican case. Basically, this is a military grade case. It's missing its dial right here for because I guess you can change how much air gets into the system or whatever. These are kind of old. I bought them used on eBay like 15 years ago. So I've really got my mileage out of these. And Pelican cases are really cool for holding camera gear safely. They have all these foam inserts, but I just like how rugged they are, and they're waterproof. So I could have this out in the rain, and as long as it's closed, it's not gonna get soaking wet or the contents inside. But let's open this up. Let me show you guys what I have inside of here. There's over $1,000 in this case, but they're at $2 a piece. All right, here we go. Now, it's not completely 1,000% the cleanest setup, but what I've done here is I've divided all my bits. My bits get divided, sorry about the sheen or the reflections here, but basically these are clear cases, and we put our different size bits in different cases inside of a waterproof case, like so. So in this particular case, we have all of our nut drivers. Now, they used to be organized to size, but you know, they're just all in there. Sometimes we take nut drivers and we shave them down because they work better for a particular install. We've had to upgrade into some other size nut drivers, and we buy stuff with magnetic tips. Now, these are impact rated nut drivers, and they're magnetic tip, which is kind of cool. So what we do with these is we might drive all of our leg screws with them. These are Milwaukee brand, and they've held up pretty good. So far, so good. But I had people, to answer one question in particular, I had probably 4 or 5 people, and I don't know why all of a sudden, wanted to know about impact rated bits. What impact bits are you using in your impact drivers, doctor? Probably the ones that I've had a lot of success with are these DeWalt impact rated bits. I don't know, I'm sure there's some of you that didn't realize that they actually make bits for your impact drivers. They're a little bit more hardened steel. They have different shanks and different ways that they keep from camming out and twisting out or breaking, snapping the sides of the shank. I buy these things in bulk. Like, I don't think these might not be impact rated, or maybe they are, because there's a little picture of an impact driver right here, okay? Let's just say impact rated. There you go. These are impact rated. Sometimes when I'm at a home center and I just need to get something, I just grab it. But I'm glad that these are impact rated, because that's a good reason to have these. They don't say max impact like this particular label does, but they are impact rated. So to answer that question, I'd probably, if I'm in Home Depot, because it's past 5 p.m., my lumber yard's closed, or I'm not ordering something online, I can go into the tool corral at Home Depot and get my impact rated bits. So just look for these, you'll be good to go. Now, I know that Milwaukee also makes impact rated stuff. So it's called Shockwave. These are T25. These are very short T25 impact rated bits. These fit inside of other extensions and devices, but I buy these short because sometimes you need to get into a really tight, a little chilly, put my hoodie up. When you need to get into a really tight corner or an edge, this is important. These are really cool. This is an impact rated 90. They're more expensive than the other ones, but the other ones are junk compared to this. This thing takes abuse. So if I need to get the closest inside of a space, a tight space, I get one of these bits out, and this little tiny bit will fit on the end of this impact rated 90, And now you have the tight, I'll even have one of these. I have two of these. And I'm not sure where the other one is, but I'll take this part off if I need to, and I can get within 1.5 inches, maybe 2 inches of whatever target I'm trying to do, not including the screw. But I can't tell you how many times, instead of using a standard size bit like that, I can actually fit this little guy on here, and I just shaved, you know, quite a bit of distance off my space. So a nice heavy duty, I would suggest this Milwaukee 90 bit. It's the only one I haven't broken. Every other brand that I've owned, every other style that I've owned, I have broken within a month. But this thing, these take massive amounts of abuse, and it's really the only one that I trust in my arsenal that'll work. So we're always fighting over these. There's usually 2 of them. I don't know where, I bet you Nas has one. Probably up in his pocket up there or something. Better watch out.
Could you show us what was in the other one of these?
Yes.
Because we just saw reflections pretty much.
Right. Okay, so you guys saw all of the nut drivers. So we have all our paddle bits. We have all of our paddle bits in one of these as well. This is kind of newer to us, so this is kind of nice. Like, I know it's not organized, but it works pretty good for just keeping all the speed bores and anything else paddle bit wise all in the same location. So again, in these cases I got at Home Depot, and they are also waterproof. So that's kind of nice to have double, triple protection, because, you know, there's probably, I don't know, maybe $150, $200 worth of paddle bits in here. These Bosch extensions are pretty cool. I'm not 100% these are impact rated, but you can kind of see this is a newer one, this is an older one. We've gotten some mileage out of these. I have lost a couple. They wear out eventually, but they work pretty good. When you need that 6-inch extension, these work pretty good. So this kind of stuff, I usually leave it in our side. We have like this little side area inside of our Pelican that I kind of faked up with some flashing and G-tape just to hold like blades and the 90 bits and extensions and stuff like that. So we have our paddle bits, we have our nut drivers, and this is the probably most used bin. This bin has all of our T25s, T20s, has our Fasten Master Cortex bits. It has square drives, number 2s, impacts. It has Phillips, and okay, oh, also it has spider drives, the spider drives that we use for our Fasten Master headlocks. Okay, so there's all these different bits with all these different purposes. Now somebody just told me the other day, and if you don't have a spider drive, you can use a number 3 square drive on these as well, and that works. I haven't tried it yet, but we will try that. We use a lot of Fasten Master guard dog screws, and they're like a modified number 2 with a Phillips on them, but I like these square drive bits by Task. Task is a company out of Canada that makes all kinds of different tools, hand tools, and they make blades and bits, but it's the only company that I have found that makes a shaved number 2. They just work better for any of my number 2 square drive stuff that I need, and especially for painted Robertson or number 2 square drive painted heads or self-tapping screws, like all the Regal Ideas stuff that we use. These are a must because they work so much better than a standard number 2 will. It's crazy. Like even these like impact rated Milwaukee Bits, they're a number 2 as well, but they do not work nearly as good as these Task bits do. That's just my humble opinion, okay? And then also inside of this like I said, this is our number 1. There's T30s, T40s, spider drives, T25s. I get this question a lot as well. These are tapered drill bits, and they have a hex shank on the bottom, okay? These are great for pre-drilling, for like your framing screws. Stuff like this, you know, you can taper, and it tapers in. We pre-drill a lot with this type of a bit. These are a little more expensive. You're gonna pay 10 bucks a piece for these at Home Depot. Now the ones at Home Depot will come with a cutter head or a countersink, okay? So you get the bit, the countersink, and the tapered drill bit. You can get one, I think, is $8 to $10. You can get a 3-pack for like $24. But they do come off, you know, if you don't properly screw them down, or if you happen to get in the flutes of the drill bit, you may not get a good bite. But sometimes we adjust these depending on our depth and how much countersink we want. I have a couple different types. I've been buying these online on Amazon lately because they're so expensive and we keep breaking them, which is part of business, okay? You're gonna break bits. But these, I tell the guys, these are $10 a piece. When you break these, you broke $10 and you broke my heart a little bit because I have to go out and buy some more. So please treat these like gold. Don't leave them chucked into the end of the drill and throw it into the drill box. We always remove these and put them away at the end of the day because my stock's already getting low, I can tell. All these bits and all these accessories, this is like one of the first cases that comes out of my trailer when we're setting up on a new job site, because there's so much. And then I actually have, this is another bit called a smart bit. So all of our smart bits, our number 7s, our number 8s, and our number 10s are all in this box right here. So if we need a smart bit, we just go to this box. And then because these are all fairly new, I was able to have one of these just for miscellaneous stuff, some T15s, steer jigs, conical and helical bits, and some weird stuff that you may not use all the time. And then I still have 2 of these that are empty that I haven't put any bits in at all. That's how we are keeping all of our bits organized and at our fingertips whenever we need them. Obviously, we'll get a few at the end of the day. You might have 5 or 6 of them in your pocket. We try to go back and stick them back in the relative boxes because, you know, like I said, there's probably $1,000 sitting in here. If I lose this case, I'm out a bunch of money and a lot of hassle because you can't always find every single bit at one place. You might have to go to several different locations to build an arsenal like this. So I hope that gives you guys an idea of how to keep your bits organized. Also showing you different types of bits, impact rated bits versus standard carbon bits. Thanks for watching, guys. If you like what you saw, don't forget to hit that subscribe button. Ding that bell icon to be notified when we're putting out new content. Thanks for watching. Have a great day.